everybody. Well, I'm out in the patio because I have this old man cactus and I've had him since he was only about that big, and he's been growing and growing and growing. And the thing is, he's very tippy now. He's too big for the plastic pot. So one day, many months ago, maybe a year or so ago, I had got this beautiful pot at the thrift store. Now it has a few holes on the side, but not much. Good for a cactus, and a hole in the bottom. And because there's a drain hole, a big one, I'll show you. There's a big drain hole in the bottom. And I don't want it, so I got all this broken terracotta from something. I keep it whenever I break something so that I have it. So, and I was down in our only farm store that we have. We had a farm store that went under, closed up, PV. Wasn't here very long, and there's not many places we can buy things here that's for the farm without going to Buckerfield's, but they did have this only one bag, like they had this type. It's new, it's my soil, and it's a custom blend with excellent drainage for succulents and cactus. It's something new I've never seen before, but it's, like I said, the only one I could find. But I'm liking it when I look inside because it's quite sandy, and before I used to, that's why I'm sitting out here. I used to add sand, but it looks quite good. So I want to get it out of the pot I'm not going to go separating any soil from the roots. Anything that comes off, comes off. But I'm going to try to get him in the pot without disturbing him too much, because I don't think he wants disturbed. Anyway, we woke up this morning. There's ice on all the water where water sits. And when Jack and I went for a walk this morning, we dumped some ice out, and when we came back from our walk, which isn't long, but you guys don't have to tell me in the comments. Now, I've never had one of these watches, and it's not an iWatch or whatever, and I never thought I wanted one, but it does steps and it does sleep. I haven't done the sleep. I'm not real brave with this stuff. And it does blood pressure and some other stuff, but the blood pressure is about 10 points off. It's, not an expensive one. And I went through wristbands because it had one you had to, Jack got for me at Christmas, and he got one for him too. It had like a belt loop and a keeper, and it was messy, and I found a $2 watch that had this silicone strap and a nice clip-on thing, so it's not messy. So far today I've walked, because we did a walk this morning, I've walked 5,400 and something. Now that's a lot, but do you know we are supposed, I'll be 77 in June, and from what I read online and stuff, we're supposed to walk about 900 steps a day. 9,000, pardon me. I'm only at 5,000, and I haven't gotten anywhere close to that. And I said to Jack, that can't be right that we're supposed to walk that many steps, because my goodness, I'm pretty tired by we sit down and we say, that's it, after supper we're done. We eat supper about 5:30, and we don't eat after that, and we say we're done, it's relaxed time. And whether we're reading or as the weather gets nice out in the patio, out in the gazebo, but we don't do work. But we're both putterers, so he's down puttering in the shop, and I've been outside doing a few things, getting ready for spring. It's still really cold at night, but it's getting really nice when the sun is out of the day. So anyway, I thought before he falls over, he's getting awkward to look after, that I should do this. So and then we'll see what else we can get into if we have time. So I don't know, it's not orchids, but we're kind of having a different kind of day today. So I think it's quite a bit, let's see what we got here. I probably have to fill a little bit of soil in the bottom. I want to be real careful because it's very tippy. It's very tippy, but this pot's a lot heavier, so I think I'll be okay. So I think I need to put some of this in here. Maybe. Now I'm up to about there. And I'm thinking that it doesn't, well, yeah, I'm going to go with that. So, now, quite a few years ago, a nice subscriber in England sent me these gloves. And they're the only ones I got that are firm enough that I want to play with cactuses. So, yeah. It's nice to have spring coming, but you know, the shopping's been irritating me. Jack and I thought, oh, we went to the butcher because like we were out of meat. We just buy what we need for about a month or something. And then we don't shop meat again and we go to the butcher. Oh my goodness. It was for, and we didn't, if we had bought a ribeye steak, $24 a pound. I'm not kidding. They were $20 a pound before, but now they're $24 a pound. I mean, they're not that big, but it's just gone up about $8 a pound. And they can blame it on the tariffs, and I don't believe that because we have lots of meat in BC. I don't believe it is, but we got this stupid election going on, and, well, not yet, but soon. And the Liberals have been in for so long, and they've been, I'm sorry, messing things up. But that's just my opinion, Anyway, the last election they got in because they didn't have a majority and the NDP joined them. Now the NDP for the next election say they're going to join them, and I shouldn't be talking politics. Anyway, you know, we're getting older and we've been through this many times, and we keep educated on things. We know what's going on. But anyway, you know what? It's best not to worry about these things because they're going to do what they're going to do. And out here in BC, it doesn't matter what we vote because the election's already made up as soon as back east votes because there's way more people back there than here. So we'll leave it up to them, I guess, and not worry about it. But I'm not liking the price of meat. So anyway, now, maybe I brought this knife because I'm just going to run it down the sides a bit so that when I go to take it out, it's not stuck. Anybody interested? These take no care. You never have to take them out the pot. I mean, I haven't. He was only this big and now look at him. And I remember when Jack and I bought them. And holy, so, watering, what do I do? Wintertime, I hardly water at all, next to nothing. Once in a while, they might get a dribble, but not anything to speak of, because I have some other cactuses. And every watering day, which is orchid watering day in the winter, which is only one day a week, when I'm through watering the orchids, the houseplants get what's left. Doesn't matter, nothing special for any of the houseplants. Nobody gets anything special. They're all on the one thing, which is my orchid schedule. And they all seem to be doing good. Because I have like a bamboo plant. It's really big, and they say it shouldn't get fertilizer, but it gets whatever my orchids get. Maggie just came in and went that way. Okay, let's get it out of here and get it in there. Very carefully, I might add. We love them so much, and if something was to happen, oh boy. So I'm going to try and, I don't know where the best part to, I think if I support them a bit, oh, I feel prickles. Okay, I'm going to show you real close. The roots look pretty good, and it is a very similar looking soil. Now, I have to put more in there. Oh, I don't want to squeeze them too much. I have to put a little more in. I'm not sure how. Oh dear, you guys. Oh, the other thing, we've been on this serious talks about money, like we buy vitamins and stuff, and like they're like outrageous, and it's like, then we watch this, because we've been taking D3 and magnesium I take at night, and we've been taking vitamin C, few things, and then we watched all these. Lately, some people have been taking way too much D3. Not as much as we do, but too much. And it wasn't, oh boy, it was awful. And then they started talking about all the things. And Jack and I said, you know what? I think for a while, in the winter we'll take our D3 because we don't see any sun for a long time. But I think in the summer we're going to quit. Because apparently it's good not to take them all the time. So, I mean, if you live somewhere like Florida, you lucky rascals, I know they get storms and everybody gets things. But, you know, you can have less clothes. All you need is shorts and pedal pushers, and you don't need all this igloo stuff. Oh, well. Okay. Now, this pot is for sure going to stabilize things, because a couple times I almost had another major accident. But it is very similar looking. You know, this brand, this My Soil down at Buckerfield's, when I want fir bark, I have to order it, and they order a big bag in for me. We used to have a store where you could buy it bulk, and they'd open the big bag and sell it by the pound. And that was a good thing to do. But anyway, I noticed this brand. I didn't buy one, but I was curious. You know, maybe one day I got prickles from that cactus. One day I might try it, but I'll tell you, it felt good, but you know, you couldn't see. They didn't give you clear plastic. It was all the writing. Or there was supposed to be bark and charcoal and moss, and I forget what else, but it sounded pretty good. And for how small my bark has been lately, I thought it seemed pretty good. So it was My Soil, and it was for orchids. So I thought, well, you know, that sounded pretty good. I don't like moss, but it's a really good mix if you can work with moss. I haven't had luck with it, and it's just one less thing I have to do. But it is My Soil and organic system, but I was going to see where it's made. Oh, it's made in Nanaimo, Cinnabar Valley Farms, Nanaimo. So it's made in Vancouver Island. And I got organic My Soil made from seaweed and stuff for when we filled our raised beds. And we're going to go look at what I'm doing. I sort of started planting a few seeds. And I had my cymbidium, which always flowered when I used to use the greenhouse, because we used to keep the heat at about 50 out there, but it was good for the dendrobiums and cymbidiums. But then we had a few years where it froze and I lost my plants, and some made another year, but that freeze had sort of done them in. And so we're not heating out there anymore, and because everything's going up, up, up. So I think the house was too warm because I never got any new plants starting on my cymbidium. That would be the one that I took the axe to. It was huge and healthy, and I made 3 plants, one for Rosemary, and Debbie down southern BC got one, and I kept one. And so I never got any baby plants. So about 3 weeks ago, even though it's freezing at night, I put it out in the greenhouse. I thought, well, maybe, because it wasn't cold enough really to set them off. And I thought, well, maybe if it gets some cold nights now, it will decide to send sprouts out. I don't know. We will see. We will see what happens. You know, I got a little plastic, it's kind of a knife, but it is handy for things. And I thought I'll just go down the sides, because as soon as orchid watering day is tomorrow, and as soon as I start watering, the soil will all go down naturally. I'm just firming it up a bit. I like this pot, and it will drain good. And you know, you don't want an orchid pot, but I don't think this is an orchid pot. But I got it for a couple dollars, and I thought, whoa, that's good. I kind of liked it. And it is terracotta of some kind, I think. So he's about the soil where it was. And I'm going to press him right in. Then we'll go outside. We'll go to the greenhouse and take you out. Then I have to clean up, which I'm slowly trying to clean up, because this room, of course, it's beautiful in the spring and the fall. It's beautiful on a rainy day, but winter, you don't come out here in the winter, just in and out. But it's a nice spot to put things in the winter, but I haven't cleaned the windows yet. There's so much to do in the spring, and then again in the fall, because of always the changing weather patterns. Okay, it's about where it was. And I never disturbed the root system, so I think it'll be okay. So, and it's good and solid. Like, no way is that going to tip. But boy, this was tippy. Very tippy. Even in, you know, it's a standard orchid bought from a grocery store. Even in that, it was tippy. So we'll get watered tomorrow. I've just started watering my cactus. As soon as the days get a little longer, then I start watering them. So I'll clean this up after. And I'm going to take you for a little walk. Show you some things I've done. Yesterday I worked hard. I'm just starting to get my energy back from the horrible winter we had and then the flu. And I'm just starting to get some energy back. So, and it's nice to get a bit of sun. You know, even if it's cold, it's good to get some sun. Yes. Okay. Oh, yeah. And then I'm going to show you where I'm going to put these. But online through Amazon, I got these medicinal tea and herb seeds. There's 15 seeds in here. There's anise, basil, Italian basil, borage, chamomile, cilantro, dandelion, echinacea, fennel, lavender, lemon balm, marjoram, mint, peppermint, and mountain mint, rosemary, and thyme. There's 6,420 seeds in this thing. I forget the price, but it was Amazon. It's called Organo Republic. And it's packaged so nice. It actually comes from Florida. And there was a little package with some tools inside that I didn't know I was getting. I didn't maybe read good enough, but they're good for little pots. There's little scissors and little rakes and tweezers and a little thing for planting seeds. So I will use those. And then inside is all the seeds, each kind. Here, this one's echinacea. And there's lots of seeds in each package. Like this one has 200 seeds, some have 1,000. And it says it's in a nice foil inside. You can seal it up. It's going to keep for other years. It'll last more than 1 year. And if you, like, I like tea. I have tea morning and afternoon. But sometimes I have a coffee just because I feel like it. But anyway, I'll take this out there after because I have to put the tools back in there and be good. So I'll show you where I'm going to put them. But I'm buying American because wait till I show you the ones I bought at Buckerfield. One of my tomato seeds, envelope was way bigger than these. There was 6 seeds in there because I put tomatoes in the other day. 6 seeds. And the others weren't very. I bought a couple different kinds. I was not impressed. So you have to watch, you know. You have to watch the prices of everything. So yes, it did come from the USA. I love my people in the USA, and I think President Trump is doing what's best for your country, and I wish our political leaders were doing what was best for our country, but sometimes they like to create trouble. Now, you can give me all the trouble you want and the thumbs up and the thumbs down because this is not an ordinary video, and I'm just getting some things off my chest. Okay, let's go. All right. I know. That's how it is. Ugh. Okay, I get a good hold so I don't trip. So I'll give you a close-up of this. This is kind of nice, see? I don't know, there's some writing. I have no idea what it says. It's very nice. And it's, you know, it's got a bit of perlite. It's got different things. I'll show you in the bag. There. You can see down there. A lot of sand, which is good because I mixed last time, so I would have a lot of sand. And I started tidying up here, and over on the racks, I've tidied them up a bit because that's where my plants go because they get shade. And I moved it onto a different wall because the sun was getting them. So I just moved it on this side where it's a lot shadier, and it's facing north. But we have this on the roof. We have this shade cloth that actually came with the greenhouse, and we never used it. So I sewed up the holes where the windows were on the greenhouse, and we put it up here, and it's really been good. It's been up there for a few years. Okay, so let's go out, see what we can do. The temperature today, I don't have my big sweater on. It's about 13 degrees. That's Fahrenheit. That's Celsius. It's about 56, 57 Fahrenheit, and it'll probably get warmer till about 4 o'clock. Yeah, so that's one of the pictures I painted it with in a frame I got at a garage sale. Just did it to be outside. So kind of. I play, so does Jack. We'll go over here. I did clean up some stuff because they do a yard pickup at the end of April, so I started to clean up these bins. And in here I have, oh, just a minute. It smells beautiful. It's from Earl Grey tea that has, oh boy, I'll probably remember later. Anyway, it didn't die off in the winter, even though it froze, so that was good. Yeah, sea balm, bee balm. Yeah, bee balm. They use that in some Earl Grey teas, and I like it. So I grew it last year, but I didn't pick it, and I just cut it off, and it's coming up. And I do plant a few things here, and we do have a few tulips coming up. And here I have my fernleaf peonies coming up. So it's still early, and this is getting, of course, this is the east window facing into the solarium. So that's what's happening over here. I have done some cleanup. And then, of course, that's chickens, and we have to fix that setup this summer cheaply. They're all out dust bathing, and they hear me because they want attention. Pretty soon I'll be taking the styrofoam all out the way, and they'll have lots of air. And we got a thing so that we can move them around on the grass, but protect them from eagles and hawks and things. So over here, behind all the raised beds, last year we had trouble with this crawling weeds going up the chain link fence. They'd come from over the other way, and they just loved that chain. So I checked, and online this is what they do. So I got landscape fabric. I did it yesterday all by myself, and I got it all hooked up. I did a short one and then right to the top, so that because I don't want them on my plants. And now they don't have to look at it because their trees are nice and big. So really it's win-win. And those weeds won't like that. That's the plan. So that's one of the other things I'm into. Yeah, sky. Okay. That's where I go to put my laundry up. A bit of water sitting on it. Okay, so I got these ready. I do have in the very end one, I planted some cucumbers and some lettuce and a few things over there, just hoping it's not too early, because the garlic is just barely an inch starting to come up that I planted in the fall. And here's my cymbidium. I'll be putting it back in the greenhouse, but there was no, it's healthy, but there just wasn't any new shoots. Nope. So that's how it is. So in here, now I wrote on this, there was 7 seeds in this package. Beefsteak tomato. 7 seeds. Now it doesn't say anything about how many seeds there were in there. But that's what there was. Can you believe that? So like I did 1 in each one, and then back here I have a different type. And then here there was a few more seeds in this one. So this is another, it's brandywine, which I usually like. So I got brandywine there, and here I have Romas, because I do like to make tomato sauce. We use our own tomato sauce, and when I make tomato sauce, I quite often use 2-quart jars and cook it down. So I have started, those are the only seeds I've started, other than we got strawberries started outside, and I brought some of the ever-bearing ones in here, and they're not up too much yet, but I'm hoping they're going to be good in here because they won't have to put up with days when it rains a lot. And then in this bin, I have some tomato. I think, what were these ones? Beefsteak. because we love beefsteak. I got some tomato. I also got some cantaloupe planted over here. And up here is where I'm going to put my tea seeds. And I got that hanging planter. I got it at the thrift store one day, our favorite place to shop. And I thought, that's handy. And I thought, well, I'll put it there because the water will just come here, which is good when I water it. And I'll just plant a few seeds in each one and just get enough for tea and that, where I won't have it on the ground, so it'll be easy to look after, and I got enough seeds to last quite a long time. So I'm hoping these will keep coming up, and they are, because they were quite dry compared to the last one. They're about where the ones outside are. They are starting to wake up, so because of the cold, it's been a kind of colder spring. So we put them in here just for that, because we did everything different. These are my seeds. It's an old cutlery thing. And I have flower seeds here and vegetables up here. And my tools. So, and that's about it. I still have places I could put a few more, so I'm not sure. I probably just plant right outside for what we do need. So then come over here. We haven't we opened the gazebo, but we haven't been in the gazebo yet. I noticed the apricot tree has some nice blossoms. And we still put the insulation up to protect the chickens. They get the morning sun, but now the tarp is shading them, but they'll like that in the summer. Hi, girls. Hi, girls. Maybe we should come over here where we can see you better. Huh? How's my girls? I'm going to paint them because a couple people have said if you paint this black, it's easier to see. Well, come up and see us. These are the twins. I call them the twins. They were headed for a hatchery big thing, and we managed to get two. And that's Mary Jo. Hi, Mary Jo. She's an Americana. Well, come and see us. Yeah, hi. Hi. Yeah, I know. I didn't bring you a treat. I just came to visit. Yeah. Yeah. And that's Little Red. That's what we call her over there. But she has grown up quite nice. Hi, Mary Jo. Hi. How are you? You getting your picture taken? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Pretty soon you'll be out on the grass. We're letting it grow. We're letting it grow a little bit. So then I walk this way, and this is their little roost. It's just right for 4. I put them in every night and close the door so nothing can get them. And they have a place to lay eggs here and in the run. But we're going to fix this better this year. That's the plan. I know. They like it. They have quite a bit room for 4 people. Yeah, you behave yourself. Okay. So basically, that's what's happening here. We got most of our jobs done. I want to rake off all the rocks here and put some landscape fabric down better, because I do get a lot of weeds. And this is my only flower garden I got left, which is good. I just don't have time. And it's nice spring garden when it comes up. Yeah, so I'm going to say goodbye, and thanks for joining me. You're much appreciated, and thanks for the comments. Bye for now.